In this GlassTracks video, I'm going to cover how to give your customer credit. Now there are a couple ways in GlassTracks to do this. The first way is to base the credit on a sales order or material. So for example, let's say your customer returns material back to you, or let's say they cancel an order before it's even shipped, but you have an invoice created. Well, you need to give them a credit memo for that order. So to do that, you come up here to the Sales tab, stay in the Processing section, and click on Enter Credits and Refunds. I'm going to go ahead and hit Tab or Enter here to give me a credit memo number, and I'm going to hit Tab or Enter here for date. The invoice number I'm working with is number 5. If you don't remember, just remember to look it up with those binoculars or with the F2 key. It brings it automatically to the customer, which in this case is ABC Glass. Feel free to give a description of the reasoning why you're giving a credit memo here, or a restocking charge as well. In this case, I'm going to skip both those fields. Then I come down here and click on Header Finished, and I'm going to go ahead and say line 1, it's 3 pieces of quarter clear single light, which were 48 by 36, and I'm going to check this returned box. Now, if I check this returned box, what it's going to do is it's going to take those 3 pieces of 48 by 36 and throw it back in my inventory. So if I were to ever look up how much quarter clear single light I have on hand, those 3 pieces will be included. If I don't check that box, that's basically saying I'm issuing a credit memo for this line, but I'm not getting the material back. So basically, you're giving your customer this material for free. Here I have the price, and then down here the weight as well. When I'm done there, I just say line finished, and that's the only line on the sales order that I'm going to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and say credit memo finished. It's going to ask me if I want to print the credit memo document, which is basically a receipt for your customer. So I'll go ahead and preview that and pull it up here for you. Alright, here it is. So here's the credit memo. It's line 1, 3 pieces of quarter clear single light, 48 by 36. Here's the total price plus tax equals $73.15. You can also, just like any other document in GlassTracks, fax, email, save as a PDF, or just print it out like normal. Alright, so that's the first way to issue a credit memo. Make sure it pops up here. Make sure you do post this as well. So I'm going to say yes, I want to post, and it's credit memo number 15020, which is the one we just did. Hit the post button there, and now what that's done is it's hit your customer account activity. So what will happen now is if you were to go search open transactions for on your customer account activity, that invoice that was associated with that sales order would now be closed out. Unless you recognize the button in the bottom of the right hand corner of this customer sales account, there's a show all transactions button, and then it would be brought up in there. But as far as showing only open transactions, it would not appear anymore. This GL report, I'm not going to print that out because I don't need that right now. So that's the first way to do it. The second way to do a credit memo is to do a miscellaneous credit. Now, miscellaneous credits are issued to customers. For example, let's say you're 2 days late on a delivery and they call up and they're a little grumpy, and you say, okay, we'll give you $100 as a discount, and we'll apply it to the invoice for you. So the way to do that is to come over here to Accounts Receivable and go into Enter Transactions. Now this is the same process as entering in a payment. The only difference being that you change the transaction type. So I'm going to hit Tab or Enter there, and Tab or Enter to ABC as my customer ID. And on the transaction type, instead of doing a payment on account, which is what normally would be done for an invoice payment, you come down here to Miscellaneous Credit. The amount, I'm going to say $100, just like I mentioned earlier. Do Tab or Enter for today's date, and I'm going to go ahead and say Invoice 5 Miss Credit right there. Okay. So I'm going to come down and say, okay, here's my miscellaneous credit, and I'm going to come set my offsetting account. So it's going to be $100 from my cash on hand account. Let me look that up here real quick. Type in cash. It's coming from my credit card. And I'm going to go ahead and say Apply Payments and Credits. It's going to ask me if I want to save. I say OK. Now it brings up all the open invoices that I have for ABC Glass. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one right here, double click, and if you notice, it went from $205 to $105 because of that $100 that we took off. I'm just going to hit Close and Apply, come up here and hit Save, and then hit Post. It's going to ask me if I'm sure. I say yes, and it says Posting Complete, and now that $100 credit memo has been, or miscellaneous credit has been applied to that invoice for your customer. Again, it's going to ask me if I want to do a GL report. I'm going to say no, and you're good to go. So now if you were to pull up that invoice on the customer activity screen, you'll notice that there are $100 less owed on that. So those are the 2 ways to take care of customer credits. either based on the customer credit refunds, which would be based on a sales order and material, or the miscellaneous credit, which can be thrown out without referencing a specific invoice or sales order number.